Salut mes amis, and here we are together with Konde Jacques Rodriguez of Lapordi. We have to take a look at this man. It is very important that we take a decision here. I have read every single comment that you have left, and there were plenty, of course, on what we should do with Jacques Rodriguez. I also loved, I really did, the fact that many of you said, okay, your character may do this or that, but at the same time, indeed, let's consider the council, and many are forgiving, but Kvalimir is the one constant that has been with us the entire time, whereas the others are fairly newcomers, right? Upstarts that haven't always been here, and I really liked these sort of thought experiments that have been done in the comments. I love that you all are so jumping into this roleplay angle that we're doing here. Now, I have made a decision, and that decision in gameplay mechanical terms may look a bit odd, but I do think that roleplay-wise, this may be fairly appropriate. What we are going to do is a decision that I think is both forgiving and yet also something that we can work in later when it comes to roleplaying, because the consequences will be seen over the next 16 years. So, what do I actually mean? I will be changing his feudal contract. Remember, this is the standard contract, meaning if I change the standard contract of a region, so of a title that I own, it does change their contract, but it doesn't do the actual, in-person negotiation, meaning I can revoke this title revocation protection and then revoke the title. This is what we will do first things first. Lapordi will be in our hands, and Jacques Rodriguez is obligated, at least this is what I will request from him, to remain at my court. Why is this so important to me? It is important to me because yes, he has gone against me, yes, he has been rather aggressive, but even if he doesn't deserve a second chance, my family certainly does, and there is a member of my family involved of all of this who could disproportionately suffer for no reason, for nothing that they did on their own, and that is, of course, Jakue. Amazing, by the way, that you named your son after yourself, and I don't want to punish him. So what I will do as Duke Garcia II is I will recruit him, then I will make it so that this child will also stay at my court, I will educate the child myself, and in 16 years, once he reaches the age of majority, he will return, to Lapordi and become the count in his father's stead. That is the compromise that I am, basically going for here. I am revoking it, but I will be handing it back to your family. Now, I do say, and I will say that, do keep in mind that potentially in these 16 years I might die. Maybe my heir feels differently about it. Maybe my heir feels the same about it. But that is an additional roleplay decision that we will get into when we come to it. Right, so he will be released. Then we will get his wife to stay with us. I believe we will have to pay her. But hey, that's fine. Don't worry about it too much. Either way, we're looking at a bit of a different future. Now, what I also want to do before we jump into anything else here, I would actually like to go, right? And I would like to analyze the situation around us. I'm actually going to write this down. We have Bernard II of Barcelona. Let's remember, he used to be a heretic. He no longer is. He used to be. People can change. But he converted back, and he did not mistreat the Catholics in his territory. So that is a checkmark for respect. Toulouse, on the other hand, Bernard II, quite frankly, he hasn't done anything against us. He used to be our liege. I'm going to do not really interacted too much with him. We do speak his language. That is positive. Ramnulf II is no longer alive, but we do remember him as a truly terrible person. So Ramnulf III needs to earn our trust. He does, we haven't met him ever, but he does seem to be quite the honorable man, at least from the descriptions that we've heard of him. On top of all of this, we have Prince Carloman of France, who is also the Lord of Barry, and he is a truly despicable person. I'm setting 3 X's, basically, as we detest this man. He chopped off the head of our cousin. Prince Carloman did this. I mean, to be fair, she was cheating on him, but killing her and killing the baby inside her is a true crime that I will not forgive. Now, again, this is very interesting. This is why I'm keeping track of this, because he is the heir apparent for Guyenne, and him being the heir apparent for the kingdom that we are in will mean a lot, I think, for the roleplay going forward. What else do we have here? We have House Welf. Ooh, this is very interesting to keep track of. We have Count Ord of Anjou pushing his claim on Anjou, so on the entire thing, meaning the Robertine dynasty, House Capet, that arises from it, is currently taking land here. Very interesting, let's keep track of that. Normandy, Gausfried, I will also actually remember and, write down, because he has been positive towards us. He has been a friendly man, also I believe a former heretic, but nonetheless a very friendly man. Let's keep in mind that all the heretics we've ever talked to were quite reasonable, while Qualimir has been a pain in our side the entire time. Now, Roi Charles II will be seen as a bit of a medium character. We have interacted with him. He has been positive. He helped us, but at what cost, right? So that we should keep in mind. Now, I will inform you as well that I have given this province right here, what even is this? Lindsay, I have given it to Jorvik because this will enable them to found the Danelaw, and I am much more interested in the Danelaw than I am in Jorvik just disintegrating. I hope you can forgive me. I don't do any other safe edits, but that one was very important to me because basically it just makes for a more interesting situation up there. What else has been happening? Oh yeah, right, we forgot. I did not show this because I didn't see it last time that we did check this out, and would you look at that? Kagan Manasseh II of Kazakhstan is losing his war against Nagyfedelem Almosh Ugyekfi of the Hatumoga, so of the 7 arrows of the 7 united tribes. He will, it seems, become the lord of all of Kazakhstan. Whether this will last, I'm not sure, but it's interesting, right? They were repelled, couldn't go to the Pannonian Basin, and the pressure to then still migrate somewhere, to still claim land, pushed them instead into the east. Very interesting to see. I'm very interested to see how that progresses in general, but this concludes the general overhaul, I guess. Let's see. We are, of course, losing money. We are generous here. This doesn't really help us at all. We are spending a lot on court positions, but I mean, to be fair, on a mechanical point of view, we are, 73. How long can we live here to this really be an impact? But more importantly, the court tutor is very important to Garcia because he loves the fact that these 2 children are actually getting a better education. He is all there for the family. And then Egidio at the same time is in a position where, well, Egidio is one of our oldest friends and best vassals, at least I would describe him in this fashion. Let's leave this map like this. I really like that we can see our own kingdoms, our own realm. Right, so you are now in my court. You hate me. This is fair enough. Don't sweat it, okay? I can invite you to my court and I will pay for your travel expenses, putting me further into debt, but again, it's all about getting them to live here. Basically, if you will, we are giving them an advanced form of house arrest. They currently, mechanically, do not hold this county, but we promise to return it to them in due time. So, to a degree, they sort of do hold the county, right? That is at least how we do this roleplay-wise. Now, I will be educating this child. Actually, let me check. Yes, we do have a slot, and I will be educating this child personally. It is the duty of a liege lord to take care of their subjects. Now, let's take a look at Bordel. Bordel has been a good vassal. He did rebel once, admittedly, but he did so in a misguided fashion, and ever since has been a very loyal person. I, Arnaud, think I can forgive him, and it must also be pointed out that he is of the same family. They are only distant cousins, but he is of the same family as Marquis Bernard II. So let's just put them into a relationship. I like keeping track of this sort of stuff, right? Because that allows for me to do a deeper roleplay, to make more decisions based on what has occurred rather than just who I am as a character. Konde Anso Jimenez is a good vassal as well, quite frankly, a very powerful vassal, and this is where concern enters the stage, but I think we will be fine. What I mean is that Konde Garcia Kiziles is the person that cheated first, led to the death of my cousin, but more importantly, probably, he is the heir of Konde Anso because he's his son, meaning we will have eventually a 4-county count in our duchy. We must placate them, or we must, do something with them that makes them happy, because they will doubtlessly be very powerful. Long term, however, of course, we have betrothed his heir to our grandson, meaning this will all fall into our hands if things go right. And then we have Conde Lopez, we are currently trying to persuade him that we are a good ruler. I hope that works out. He's just a good guy. Honestly, Lope gets a plus because he never rebelled, he never did anything. He's just hanging out. He's just having a good time. He's not married, huh? We'll see. The one thing that I do want to do, if I may, you know what, actually, as silly as this may sound, if I revoke this, right, I don't think I get it. Oh no, I do. You know what? I will name Egidio a mayor. Absolutely. I can't give him a castle, but I will give him a town to watch over. Maybe not as the actual mayor. Of course, in gameplay terms, he will be the mayor, but this is more in the sense that he deserves some, property. I would assume he's primarily just a very important property-owning person in this city now that we have given him a parcel down there. Alright, I hope that you're okay with this long of a preparation, but I just love doing this. Hey, if we're gonna go roleplay, then we're gonna go hard. Let's unpause, let's take a look at what will happen. Another question that does of course also arise is, how do we actually feel about our son? We are friends, we are having a great relationship, which means that when we will eventually die, Asna will surely have, you know, a bit of a breakdown, at least it's likely. He is craven, he's fickle, and he's sadistic, which is probably, you know, it really makes me think. At some point, Dukatsir, when he went further into taking care of his family, he realized that his son wasn't made to rule, and that is probably why he assembled such a trustworthy council. He suppressed his family, but he also made clear we all live in compromise. That is basically because he is preparing the council to be good enough to advise a son that may very well need it. And oh my god, this is lovely. Look at this. Du Goutfried of Normandy. Holy moly, I love this so much. I've studied the Oscara language for many moons. This letter I personally penned using the Oscara script dedicated to you. A letter of friendship from a speaker of Romance. I wish for our future diplomatic dealings to benefit us both greatly. Duke Goutfried of Normandy. He has learned Oscara. Impressive. Send my regards. Or his vain attempt at gaining glory is laughable. Nah. I love this. Listen. This is the thing. Languages on them in their own, obviously there are unique events and such, but they mostly give you a modifier, right? They reduce the culture negative. Here you have it right there. But this is so cool, the fact that he learned this towards us. He once had an interaction with us, said, I like that guy, and immediately proceeded to attempt to learn our language, and he learned it. Look at that, we have become friends. You know, it does actually make me wonder. He is already married. What about your son? He's 1 year old. Yeah, wow, that is not very old. Arrange a marriage. It's a very early marriage. You know what? I'm gonna pin this guy. We will remember him as a friend of our first character, and we might want to seek an alliance with him. We are a duke now, so thinking in our entire realm sort of ecosphere is a healthy step, I think. Oh, by the way, we did sway him. I'm going to use this opportunity to to interpret this swaying as, let's try to actually become friends straight up. 4 years, 83%. Let's get this done. Konde Lope is, similar to Normandy, a very trustworthy man in my personal experience. Oh, and we are making pretty decent money now. Yeah, our domain is bringing that in. I really do like it. Why are they so unhappy? 1 year in debt. Oh. When I say decent money, obviously it's not quite a lot. Now, there is a faction. Ooh, and it's Count Ode. Or, well, Duke Ode, isn't it? Aquitanian Catharas Populace. That sounds like hell. That's Barcelona. Independence faction. That is Guyenne. It's interesting. I don't think too highly of Roi Charles II, but my character would most certainly not rebel. And then we have the faction to... Oh my god. Ode is a cunning man. We have never talked to him, but we've heard of his rise from a count to the Duke of Anjou. And now he immediately wants to put his sister on the throne of France. Are you kidding me? That is insane. He took back what Robert lost, of course, but my god, yeah, wow, I am impressed by Duke Ode's determination. I don't happen to have anybody, no, not of a decent age, so I'm not going to even apply for marriage there. I really love the character-rich vassals that we have in France. There is a lot going on here. Normandy, Anjou, Guyenne, Toulouse, Barcelona, all of them play a big role. We have only really never interacted with the core Frankish vassals over here in the east and north. But man, that is a story. I don't even need to do anything. The stories write themselves right here. We don't need a court physician, thank you for asking. Armagnac will be created once we die, so that is fine. We are, of course, in debt. And our bishop, I swear, our next bishop better be from Oscara. He better be Basque. That's all I can say, because this has been a pain in the behind. And quite frankly, he has pushed us to new heights. You know, he is the person, of course, that made it so that we even went to war in the first place, but still, a friend bridging gaps. I have been searching and searching, but Konde Lope and I seem to have absolutely nothing in common, really. I mean, we do like one another, but I suppose our traits aren't really similar. He is a stubborn, forgiving man. We have had forgiving actions, but we ourselves are not necessarily forgiving. With effort, I will come to understand him. Or, you know what? Yeah, let's just... We didn't really gain anything. Eventually, something will come up, surely. Remember the time that our grandson got told by a knight, who I can only interpret to have been, of course, our beloved Egidio here. And Egidio told him, wait for the right moment and then grasp it. I will wait. I have time, at least I hope I have time. Could I arrange a marriage with you? If I arrange marriage with her, she will leave me as a court tutor. That's not a good idea. I would like to have Egidio marry, without a doubt. I would like him to be married. It's actually interesting as well, legally speaking, there were many landholders, and it is most prominent in the Holy Roman Empire with the Ministeriales, but basically they had a system where some landowners would be named, and they wouldn't have as many rights as we commonly do in this game. They wouldn't even be allowed to marry on their own. That is the Ministeriales system they implemented in the Holy Roman Empire to counter the very powerful counts and dukes. Did it work? Well, no. The Holy Roman Empire remained a mess. I was shocked when I caught Nunya trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting comms Arnaud. Hey, this man has been through enough, okay? She blamed the game another child had invented, right? We've had this before and I dislike it. Deceitful is not adequate. I will take the stress break here. I'll make you honest. Be honest and you will see others open up to you, and this will give me a stress break here. Mental break, imposter. Oh, this is the perfect mental break. We are definitely thinking of ourselves maybe as not quite right to rule. I mean, we've done well, we've pacified the region. There is no more twist fighting. And by the way, look at that, Daneluk and Englerland have formed. That is absolutely gorgeous. But there's no more infighting here. We have been a great influence in this region, but man, the imposter syndrome can be strong. Do other rulers doubt themselves as I doubt myself? I try to be a good chaste duke, but it feels like I'm always tempted by the pleasures of the flesh. Those of my station should not feel those libidinous stirrings. Damn this universe for raising one so poor as me to such heights. I'm just as good as the rest. I mean, honestly, we can look at the consequence here of our rule, and it has been good, right? It has been a proper consequence. We're not religious enough, in my opinion, and our court priest certainly doesn't make us more religious the way he is. He's a cynic, of course. I don't think we're going to become a flagellant here. Improvident might fit, quite frankly. Improvident might fit, but I do think, as somebody that is a thrifty clerk, you know what? I was going to say he probably understands not to go too deep into debt, but maybe his generosity is slowly but surely becoming a bit of an addiction. And yeah, so with that, we have become improvident. I don't think in his lifetime we're going to be leaving the debt here. I don't think that is viable in any way whatsoever. I don't think he wants to go on a pilgrimage either. I could extort my subjects, but no, we're not doing this. I'm not learning French, I can tell you that much. Yes, we are tied, a bit tighter to the crown, but let's not make it too tight. Yeah, we can, we can relax a little bit. 99%. Oh, there it is. The war will be over and the Magyars will be ruling over all of Kazakhstan. This is insanity. Yeah, there you go. Khazaria now in the hands of Kundu Almosh Ugyekvi of Khazaria. I don't know whether this will be stable. He will certainly be hated, right? Because they're all Khuzarite and he is a Taltosist. Maybe he can keep it together with the amount of troops he has, but we shall see. There's a faction created against me, a peasant rebel, huh? That is why is Carcassonne so unhappy? Oh, it's because I'm in debt, right? 4 years in debt. That's just, yeah, okay. This is them just being very angry that I'm in debt. And, quite frankly, it's understandable, but 47 months. Let's see whether I live in 47 months, yeah? I feel like that is the next best question right there. What else is happening? We have the rebellion, and it now happens. Spoleto and Provence are independent of Italy. I do think we can interpret this as Roi Louis II the Younger, who technically was the actual Roman Emperor of the West at this time. He has no authority anymore. The Empire is officially completely splintered. My Alferis Konde Garcia has accused my cousin Comzano of having an extramarital affair with his lover Condensa Fulgrada. Oh, man. Wow, this, honestly, can you guys just... So he was cheating on his wife, and then his wife cheated on him. And of course, Comzano was involved. I have no words for any of this. Condesa Fulgrada, hey, the principles of my culture demand that I definitely put you away. I wish, quite frankly, I could put him away as well. This is well deserved. Let me just take a look at this. So you are under house arrest, is this true? Imprisoned. I will put you under house arrest. Listen, I'm a good... Oh, you are in under house arrest. You're not actually in the dungeon. I will keep you where you are. Your child may go free. Garcia Kieselessa, I am so sorry to hear this. You know what, I do wonder. Adulteress, still only -5. Wasn't it supposed to give us a larger... The adulterer and fornicator traits are despised. I would have assumed that it makes it worse, right? The modifier? Maybe not. What is this? A ransom. Condesa Fulgrada is dear to me. Would you let her go in return for this offer? See, I am worried. If I... Oh. Oh, that is so interesting. So he is the... What are you? Do I have 2 offers here? Oh, yeah, I do. So Armagnac wants to free her. And I am worried that he wants to re-imprison her and execute her. I have heard that the AI does this. I will take the money of Foy. He's a family member. I understand. Yeah, certainly. I will let her leave the prison. I think that this is a huge misstep. But maybe she can recover. Maybe she can turn around. Right, she was the only one. And oh, that's why we make more money. Of course, he's no longer our bodyguard. Ah, well, I rewarded him. That you know, must be worth something at the very least. Fulgrade. Will he imprison her? That's the big question. Oh, it actually reads already punished. Interesting. Maybe he can't imprison her, actually. That would be ideal. She has, basically, her family has paid for her misstep. That is something that traditionally did happen. The family paid for the misstep, and with that, maybe go to marriage counseling or something, you know? Go do something. Ooh, wait, what is happening over here? Oh, it's just a peasant uprising. Is he gonna win that? Oh yeah, easily. Respect and admiration. While I rarely mention it, I have a few achievements which I am proud of. I am convinced Konde Lope has also accomplished a thing or two which fills him with pride. Perhaps I should commission a small poem comparing our deeds to illustrate that we are both cut from the same cloth. Focus on Lope's achievements. I mean, what has he done? He has been a great vassal. That is honorable. Being honorable is outstanding. I will make sure everyone hears it. No. Yeah. Focus on Lope's achievements. Absolutely. My stress level was reduced as well because I am humble. I praised him. Okay. This is a big one. This is a big one. What do we have? We have Marquis Bernard II, who is pushing his claim on Tolosa. You can see it actually here in the history, right? That Tolosa used to be in the hands of the Gelones dynasty, I believe. Oh, his brother, actually. So it was the brother of Marquis Bernard. He is taking what he, maybe to a degree rightfully, views as his own. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We will keep this in mind. He has been a good person. Going to war, of course, is never positive, but it's none of our business, I suppose. Between him and Toulouse and maybe the king, but I'll be honest with you, I think our character does not want to get involved in too many fights like this one. He has dealt with his family far too much already. Personal scheme success chance against family members. Yes, you know what, actually, that's great. We can't currently really do it because we're already doing this and he's not a part of our family, but yeah, we can bind our family even tighter to us. I like this. I like the way we have really created some family unity right here. The only part of the family that we have had barely any interactions with is, of course, our cousins in Navarra. Although we at least know, you know, that this must be taken care of. Carloman chopping her head off is truly atrocious. Sprucing things up. My gardener informed me today that he thinks there's a section of my residence that could use some aesthetic improvements. When asked what he meant, he explained that a particular part of my courtyard could use a large number of carefully chosen bushes, which he can trim into various attractive shapes. It will make the current area, which looks relatively empty, a little more visually stimulating and appealing. Splendid idea. I mean, I don't have the money, man. I see what you mean, but I don't think we need it. You know, hey, I like to spend, but this is not one of those binges. This would be just something else. Count Ode, yet again, creating that faction. Toil and hard work. My granddaughter Nunya has been impressed with one of the household Zaldunak for a very long time. Work hard and you can master anything. I am telling you straight up, I am pinning all of this on Egidio. He is doing this. He's giving amazing advice. And he's been doing it for a while now to my children. I love it. Thank you so much. Can I, you know what? Maybe you deserve to be married to Almodis at this point. Anyway, yeah, diligent. That's an amazing trait. Nunya Aznares, she is a very worthwhile person. Maybe we should, you know, when the time is right, change our law here actually to equal, right? We currently can't do it because we're missing the prestige. They all approve. If I had the prestige, I'd do it right now, quite frankly. Neighboring ruler won war. Ramnulf has won against Kun Arnaud of Toars in the war against the tyranny, right? So that is fine. Against the tyranny, that is a big question to me. I mean, he is a cynical, callous, ambitious man from what I've heard about him. Maybe Ramnulf III was in the right here. Difficult to say, though. Getting personal. In our latest correspondence, my cousin Coms Arnaud made a mention in passing about a book he recently read, as if the subject would interest me. These letters are supposed to be strictly diplomatic in their nature, but of course they sometimes dip into more personal topics. I mean, I like Arnaud. Please, tell me more. Or I would appreciate it if we kept to relevant... No, please tell me more. Yeah. I want to be friends with everybody. for God's sake. Please, let us all be friends. Wait, oh, he died? Did I miss that? When did he die? Wait a minute. 881. Oh yeah, he just died. Wow, wait a minute, I missed that. Erege Fortun Garcias of Navarra is now the king. Meaning that our old Garcia here, I mean, he didn't really do much, I don't think. Let's take a look at his biography. He gained a son, a sister, a daughter, or lost a sister, I mean. Wait, he lost a sister? Died of old age, that's fair enough. He was a gallant man. Okay, he lived a good life. He lived a decently good life, I feel. How are you doing? You are a callous, ambitious, stubborn man. I think, honestly, that we haven't interacted much with that family. I'm gonna jot that down as Navarra, and what was his name? Fortune, right? Yeah, Fortune. As a questionable man. The reputation that he has certainly isn't one that we love to have in the family. Acquaintance taken prisoner, and I think this settles it. Yeah. The war's over. Toulouse will be a part of Barcelona going forward. Very, very interesting. He must become a vassal now, right? Yeah, there he is. Comes Bernard. Barcelona is growing very powerful. I wonder what that means. I mean, it is positive, and I think we're going to take it like that for the moment, because they do border the Muslims. They are a march, making it so that surely them being strong is actually a good thing. Almosh is defending his realm. Good for him. We have a usually quiet and peace right here in France, Lotharingia, East France. Yeah, Italy again fell apart a bit, but otherwise is holding. You love to see that, honestly. Ooh, and Englerland has unified in the eye of, or with the Danelaw, you know, right bordering them. Miège is no longer just hanging out. It's interesting, by the way. Miège, if you pronounce it like that, is an Old English word, as far as I know this, for march. So these are basically, I didn't make them a march, because of course they start independently, but basically they are march people, meaning that they need to defend this region, and makes a lot of sense if you consider that the Danelaw is here. And by the way, is he actually losing this? There is no way, right? What are you doing, buddy? Where's your army? Where the hell is your army? Oh, and we tried to become friends here, and it looks like it isn't working out. After learning that Konde would be attending the dance in the castle town of Bordel, I decided that it would be the perfect occasion to pass by to ensure I get some face-to-face time with him. The day of the dance was presaged by grey skies, and unlike the festivities I expected, the mood was dour. Oh, so it didn't work out, you know? Hey, sometimes everything, love, friendship, all of that stuff depends on circumstances and timing, and we just didn't have it here. Now, on the other hand, Bordel, or maybe actually it's more important to be friends with Anso, we should get a bonus here, right? Doesn't seem like it. Was it Scheme Power? Wait a minute. What did we get here? Against family members. I mean, they are family members, and it is a success chance, actually. Maybe I'm just blind. He's definitely a family member, but I would love to find some friendship here. Yeah, I can't actually find it. And we're not very alike. I guess Garcia matters more for the long term, but honestly, we had more of a relationship with Bordel. I will try and befriend him, and that looks very positive. Arnaud likes us, we like him. We can stand together as one. Small rebellion down here. I don't expect too much from it. We have a dangerous faction in just 12 months. The Peasant Rebel. I don't love seeing that. I could put him on the council here, quite frankly, but I think Anso... I mean, then again, they all sort of deserve it. Or maybe not really. Wait a minute. Did he die? You couldn't... Oh, no. Ah, you can't check the history, but he's dead. I couldn't marry him. He must have died to his wounds. He has had those wounds for years and years and years. Yeah, that is saddening. Listen, Jacques, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Serve me valiantly. Okay? Serve me valiantly, and we can take a look at this. Garcia is dead. He was the Lord of Armagnac, the adulterer, and now a child is in charge. Oh, this is actually quite interesting. Oh, he had a son. There is no way. So basically this marriage, I mean, it will give us a good alliance. They will keep the duchy here at peace, but this son is all of a sudden here. I would like you to be educated by my heir. How do you feel about that? This will tie everything closer together. He's being educated by his future liege. Yeah, we are definitely, like, we did some great stuff here, I think. Setting up a very lackluster liege, but that liege will be in a pretty good spot. And, of course, let's take a look at this, shall we? Anso Jimenez, really? After all this time, you really want to go this way? Man, I wish the AI at some point just got the hint, right? That I'm a pretty good person to be in charge here. Wait a minute. I would like Jacques Rodriguez to take care of your daughter. Absolutely. Will that actually aid us in his opinion? This is such a shame. We're gonna have to go to war against him, and he will be defeated, make no mistake, but my god. What a disaster. What a disaster. I just want peace for them. Ooh, and Brittany is dying. Yeah, they're gonna lose that. Befriend bridging gaps. You know what? I'll take the setback. Don't worry about it. I can't influence him fast enough. Like, I can't do anything about this. My character hates all of this, quite frankly. Ooh, what happened here? Oh, okay, that's just nonsense. What a shame. The gift of generosity. My granddaughter Nunya has been impressed with one of the households Aldunak for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, let's take a look. Give others their due and you will receive your own in turn. My knights have genuinely been the best advice givers that have ever lived. Let me ask you something. I could arrange this marriage, but that doesn't really work. I mean, it doesn't really work for us, I should say. Right, he died. I forgot about that. Oh my god. I will marry him. 1 year old, huh? I will promise him to my granddaughter. No, honestly, I don't like these super early promises just to, like, get them out of the way. And I don't think that would get them out of the way in this case. Because it's his granddaughter. Or grandson. But maybe it would because it's his heir? Wait, who do we get a pact with here? We get a pact with nobody that is actually worth it. He will rebel, and there is nothing that I can do about it. Oh! He died. In his old age, he got rebellious, and God said, nope. Not doing that, my friend. Alright, and now we have Armagnac here, and he is being educated by my heir. We made it. We are out of the woodworks here. The peasants may get a bit upset with us, but I think we'll be fine. Narbona, you are back on the council. Absolutely. He still hates me, and it's gonna take a while, but I think he will be okay with my vassal anyway. And he's now the dynasty head. That is just ridiculous. Konde Anso, please advise me. How should I behave? Oh, well, I guess this is the episode where we all die. Dukatsir II of Basconiaco has found peace in Christ's embrace at 78 years of age. He died of old age. A conscientious man, he was renowned for his excellent skills as a steward and a ruler. Duke Asna ascends to the throne. A mean-spirited man, many expect Asna's court to live in fear of him. Is he that mean-spirited? I mean, yeah. No, he's fickle. He's sadistic. You never know whether he's gonna lash out against you. Now, we do have the Duchy of Armagnac now as well. It was created. This is good for us, because it means that people generally will be less disloyal. And we have you now. No, you're still Kvalimir. You also hate me. That's fine. Before we end this episode, let me just check something. So, we now have this average submission for 2 people. I think it still needs to be... Oh, no, there it is. So, it's Armagnac and Bigorra. They are quite... If you look at this, we have more realm authority in this location. We have 0 in Basconiaco, at least for the moment. Let's check real quick. We're gonna put some people on the council here. Let's check real quick how they are doing. A steward... you're not that good, but you could be here technically. I hope you... Yeah, he surely will not plot against me, right? Bigorra, I will... Oh, right, I'm just reassigning here. Yeah, you can stay there, actually. And then we will put Alcate Nagusi Alvar of Mimizan on this council. Man, what a... He's built like an absolute horse. I think we're gonna be fairly stable. I don't see any rebellions anytime soon anyway. I will keep track, of course, of how we felt with the other character of the people around us. How do we feel about Barcelona? Fairly neutral, doesn't really matter much. Guyenne, fairly neutral as well. Normandy, Ghostfried still. I mean, we really hate him, apparently. He's gluttonous and vengeful. Honestly, he doesn't sound that different from us. Arnaud, not doing so hot. We are educating this child, and I think I need to do something as well. She is 14, meaning we will try to marry her off. Let me know whether I should try within my vassals, whether I should try within the realm, or whether I should try one of the neighboring realms. That is what we're talking about there. Now let me see. I am educating one person right now. This is Armagnac. I will now also take over the education of Jacques. Where is he? Wait, where the hell are you? I can't oh, you have a... Right. Here we go. Now I can actually choose it. Yes. You educate him, and my other daughter will be educated by my wife. Wait, what? Educate child? Why can't I educate you? No, I don't want to educate you. Oh, this guy. Jakue Rodriguez. No, my wife can take care of this. Surely she will do a proper job. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we are educating the people that we must educate. And we will see whether we will stick with the bargain we made. Will we give back Lapordie? That is a big question. We're in the negatives, but I don't think this is... Oh, it's the court position. Would he believe in this? I think he may get rid of the... of Almodis. Of course, it's good to learn languages, but he hasn't learned a language. You know what? Quite frankly, you're fired. Now we're making at least some money. We will continue this as a new person with new ambitions, and trust me, there may be some ambitions depending on how paying homage goes, on whether we can petition our liege for anything useful, that sort of stuff. We will see how things will continue. Let me know what you think when it comes to the other characters. We had a bit of a name-taking today, and I hope that we can work that into the roleplay going forward. I'm very excited to play such a... well, literally bad man now, because we are a sadistic, fickle coward. Maybe intrigue will be our focus. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you later, alligator.